So we are going live today. We're just going to look at doing some... These monitors are backwards. I don't know if I can fix that. We're going to give it to Hail Mary real quick. Oh, it's because I have my main backwards. We'll see if this works. I thought I was set up first. Let's see here. Swap them. Didn't want to go. Screen capture, properties. And it's going to grab the other one. There we go. Okay, swap you two. And we're in. Okay, so today I want to check out some Kedro viz. And stacking into more than one pipeline into a single viz. They have a nice way to like expand out now, or expand and collapse. Here's an example. So they have this pipeline, and in the middle has feature engineering. And somehow I can expand that. I think if I just hit this, there we go. Feature engineering. This nice little block. So I want to see how to do that. I don't know if it's going to be that hard. We'll soon find out. Is my mic is up? Almost enough. It's fine. Okay, so maybe we'll do this on space flights. And we will give it the zoom in. This one might already do it. Actually, let's see what happens. ls.vnb. Do we have one? We do. Oh, I don't know what happened. It didn't kick it off, but it did. Can we viz? Can't viz. Pip. Doesn't look like package missing. Okay, we're in our virtual environment, Python version. Okay, let's do a... Let's just try installing viz. Looks like everything's already there. I don't know what's broken. Git status. Not in a Git. Okay. We're going to do a new space flights. Kedro, new, starter space flights. Pip x run. And we're going to give it name space flights. CD space flights. Okay. Start a virtual environment for Python stuff. This just running a pip install should be editable. Here we can edit envrc. So this is just running our durin. Something must be up because we deleted the directory. Yeah. But cd cd space flights nvim. Let's take a look at envrc. And here you can see create a virtual environment. Oh, I guess at the bottom. This is just a function. At the bottom, activate. If that fails, then run venv new. Runs python-mvenv in the .venv directory. Give it a prompt named after our current directory. So that's where you see this guy in gray. Then we activate. I install lolcat just because I like to have the nice thing when you cd in. And then we try to pip install -e source all or source or just dot. And if pre-commit is there, we install it. We're going to get init git add dot git commit -m init. Okay. Git status. Okay, so if we break something again on our space flights, we can get back there. And then I think we're still going to need to install kedro viz. We'll go ahead and do that. Kedro viz. No, we're not going to do telemetry today. Okay. Let's take a look at how this is constructed. Okay. Let's look at our pipeline registry. Register pipelines. So it has under default is data processing plus data science. Interesting. I feel like that used to be, yeah, it used to be DE and DS, data engineering and data science. They've renamed that. I wonder if this is a like upcoming feature or how they accomplish this. Again, the effect we're going for is to go here, and we want subpipelines to be able to expand. And we like, that is pretty cool. Let's look at the changelog or release, I guess they call it, to see when this came in. Probably in 4.0. Allow expand and collapse of modular pipelines on one graph. Okay. So let's look for kedro modular pipelines. and see what they have to say about that. Are we on a wrong version? Why are we not? Kedro is version. I think there's a kedro dash viz. Here, we've already got the repo open. We can go back to it and look at the setup. Oh, you can hit T in GitHub setup.py. Can we enter? We can. We look for enter points, kedro global commands, kedro dash viz. Inline magic, okay. Okay, so I've got kedro 17.6 is my kedro version. How do I see my kedro viz version? We go into the package, look at kedro viz. Is there a CLI somewhere? I guess we can go back and we can give it the T. CLI. Launchers. Version is not in here. Pip. How about we do a pip show? Kedro viz fix. Get the right finger to go. Okay, we are on 4111. Okay. Package modular pipelines. Don't. I feel like the thing we need, how to connect existing pipelines, it's all in the pipeline registry, which we already do. Lunch pipeline is a new pipeline. Okay. The final pipeline is a cook pipeline plus lunch pipeline. This is what we're doing already. In Spaceflight's pipeline registry. Some is also syntax supported for connecting pipelines similar to the previous example using some syntax. Okay. It's equivalent to pipeline plus, okay. How to use modular pipeline twice. Pipeline, cook pipeline, does a defrost and grill, eat breakfast, uses pipeline, eat breakfast, and eat lunch is eat lunch, okay. Then to cook breakfast, we have a new pipeline. Using the cook pipeline, using inputs, outputs, namespace, okay. I don't know how to get these to show in the viz. Okay, DP. Did they give it? I noticed there's like a namespace here. Does that? Okay. Yes. Here we can go to definition. I don't know. Maybe this helps. We'll see. Namespace equals. I think we're in data processing. Control G. Control G. Data processing. Let's call it DP. And okay, let's go back to the registry and go over to data science, go to definition, and 19J, comma, namespace equals DS. Save it. Exit. See if this changes our viz whatsoever. Hey, Dunder and it got an unexpected keyword argument. Namespace. So where did we see that namespace? Didn't I just see namespace? Pipeline. Okay. Return pipeline. Theirs is an underscore. Under. Okay. So get reset hard. Okay, all that's gone. Let's try going back to the registry. How did they get the under lowercase pipeline? Okay, to create a simple cook plus lunch doesn't work because grilled meat output in the cook pipeline needs to be mapped to the food from the lunch. It doesn't have any of the following equivalent ways. Okay. Don't know if this helps. Line. Namespace equals DP. Where'd my chat go? Popped out chat. Nobody's here today anyways, which is fine. I don't know. Do I have a... I don't have a 3 vertical. Okay, so we're giving it the namespace. I think that's the only extra thing we need. Pipeline. Namespace equals ds. Got to import the pipeline. Okay. Data processing pipeline.name space. Do we get it? Maybe it's an underscore. I don't know. I don't know where it's at. But let's give it the kedro viz. See what happens. Oops. That was it. That was it. That was the magic. Okay. Okay. This is pretty cool. This is pretty cool. I'm excited. Can you get here? You gonna? Nope. You're not gonna throw a fit. Interesting that model input table doesn't connect together though. Okay, let's this back how it was. Do the DWX, save. Yeah, so model output table ends up here. Okay. Okay, so let's do a kedro IPython. See if we can play with this. How are we supposed to kedro viz from here? I thought we could do that. Kedro viz. Thought it'd be nice to refresh our bits. Yeah, I don't see it. There is somewhere in here a package, features. I don't know what these features are. I don't know what a .feature file is. Kedro viz launchers, Jupyter. Run viz. Provides line magic. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. Apparently it was that easy. Doesn't matter, I guess. So what I'm interested in is the pipelines. And in there, I guess we have, well, pipelines should get, pipelines doesn't give it. They don't do that anymore. Pipelines with an E. Default. Not SR. Bracket. Under default. Oh, so everything is now namespace. So node, preprocess shuttles, dp.shuttles, dp.preprocess shuttles. Curious here. Curious. DS. Exit. Kedro viz. Okay. So this little squiggly mark is a namespace. It's a namespace. Interesting. All right, work might be calling. We will we'll take the stream until I need to take a call or till I get far enough that I need to actually use some proprietary stuff. Right now I'm actually trying to figure this out for work. Are you, Nick, you must be in here. You didn't even chat me. Gotta bump up my chat numbers, Nick, if you're watching. All right, so the next thing we got to figure out is how to connect these two. Connect these two things. Here, copy your URL, close you. You're already open here anyways. Yeah. Okay. This is interesting that we can do this whole namespace thing. Not even necessarily. Do nodes take in namespace? Node. Takes in a namespace. Interesting. Interesting. exit. Hey Nick. Oh, we got stuff popping up everywhere. Check this out. I refactored space flights, and I can now do this whole like nice block expansion. And they have this like, just show me this one. It's a registry change, but what I lose here, notice model input doesn't match to model input. I think I can show you why. Kedro, IPython. And if we look at, let it do all the things it has to do. Pipelines under default. The way you do this little squiggly deal is not a sub pipeline, it's a namespace. So you get that by adding namespaces to your pipelines. What that does though is it prepends all your data sets with your namespace. So now this is no longer model input table. Oh, you can see it in the viz. It's ds.modelinputtable. And this is de.modelinputtable. So then you've got to do some funniness where you like specify inputs equals, and I think it's just like a ds dot model inputs colon inputs. Is it plural? Model inputs, is it in here? Model input table. If I wasn't so zoomed in, I think comp is giving it to me from, yeah, down below. And this issue again. Closing parentheses. Yep. I don't know about this. And I don't know if find kedro can like do some magic to just be like, oh, I see your like this is the end of your pipeline. I'm just gonna flag all these as outputs and all these up here as inputs. Okay. Somewhere I had the docs open. I accidentally opened up a new browser with kedro viz command. Kedro modular pipelines. Yeah. But can it make the namespaces? So it's assembling all of our pipelines already. Can it just give it a namespace automatically? What would that break? This alias, first pipeline, alias equals alias pipeline. Okay. Package. Some of this stuff feels weird. And I really want to like their modular pipeline stuff, but one thing that really doesn't feel right to me is when you kedro package a pipeline, it makes a wheel file. When you kedro pull a pipeline, it takes that wheel and it pastes all the files into your project. So next time I do a kedro pull, it's like, oh, those files are already there. You've already got it, whether they've been changed or not. So to do an update, you would have to manually go in and delete the files and then do a kedro pull rather than just an import. I don't know why we can't just import things. Like kedro packages pipeline up and just let me import it. I feel that like that goes back to like the configuration doesn't go with the whole package to begin with. Okay, we can look at Airflow. I'm chatting more than I'm package multiple modular. Here we'll look for namespace. So I gave output here. Okay. Inputs should be free inputs to the pipeline. Wrong one. Okay. Now that's a model input table, not a ds.model input table. Commas. Okay. Is this, and we should connect now. We do connect. Okay. The next thing I'm curious on. Oh, kill that. Okay, I'm gonna go back to here. Save. We are gonna kedro IPython. We're gonna look at pipelines. dp dot nodes. And we're gonna grab 0 dot namespace. Can you set this after the fact? Okay. Can't set attribute. Okay. So data processing nodes. Okay, we got to go to pipeline. There. And here. We're going to call this a name base. And which one are we in? Data processing. DP. Paste, save. Okay, now it has a namespace. But I don't think my outputs have a namespace. Let's look at default. I don't see namespace tied to those data sets. Does kedro viz still? Hey, I have a DP that goes into a model input table. Okay. Pipeline. Data science. And we're going to do the data science, paste it in all the places. Save, close, viz. This might be kind of cool. Okay. Somehow I broke viz though. Okay. Expand data science. Okay. I think I get it. So it knows that model train depends on these things. But what it doesn't know when you collapse this, that these, I guess what we didn't tell it is these data sets belong in here. Okay. So that's not the way to do it. So we will go ahead and reset. I think maybe there is a way to tell it that those were specific. Okay, I'm going to go back to the registry. Okay, register pipelines. We're going to get rid of that, which then puts us in a namespace territory. Okay. Can I change that after the fact or not? Okay. So we know default is made up of this. And then we are running this. I'm in Catcher's IPython. That's why I didn't format. Pipe equals. Okay, so I think what we need to do is you would need to look for outputs from one pipeline that go into another. So we'll call this TP pipe. And we'll make a DS pipe. Okay. Actually, we want to look for inputs on both. Can I add them? Can't. Can't add sets. All inputs. Okay. So now we want the same thing for outputs. Okay. Actually, this would be nice if they were sets already, but that's fine. So I want set all outputs. Might have this backwards. Oh, I want like the intersection. Only ones. That one. Okay. So then I can call this I don't even know what I'm calling it. It's in both. I feel like I have a better name in mind, but not quite there. If we can do this here, we can do this more automated in Find Kedro. Let's do this. DS pipe. Okay. All inputs. Okay, so now those are sets, and we can just get rid of that, that, that. Okay, and then DP inputs equals K colon, oh, actually, D in, D is a data set in if D in DS pipe dot to put inputs. DP is now DS. Oh. DS, DP. This is data processing, DP inputs. Okay. This works. I think I can do this programmatically. That's not what I want, what I meant to do. Or that. Or D out. Oh, find and replace got me. Okay, back off mute. So that does work. I don't think this would be that hard to do and find kedro. So I think I've explored this as an option. Nick had some other ideas that we could do. Is this... I wonder what other side effects of having those data sets tied to... Hold on. The other thing I'm not sure of is what other side effects that's going to have when we kedro run. Okay. Now, these things are namespaced, but they're not namespaced in the catalog. Yep. So this is starting to feel more and more hacky. Okay, so we should have a data set for reviews. Okay. Okay. Data set name. Okay, cat. So we're gonna try reviews. Register pipeline has no idea about catalogs, though. Catalogs have no idea about pipelines. Trying to feel this out before completely call it. I guess for now. Can we just like manually go change those? Just to see this out, to see this pipeline work. Okay, reviews would be ds.reviews. Shuttles. ds.shuttles. Companies. ds.companies. Kedro run. It seems like it wants to work. The best idea I have right now would be, once we know those pipelines, and we reach into that catalog and duplicate companies as ds.companies. Feels a little hacky. I again feel like these modular pipelines feel like I want to like them a lot, but I don't know if I like how modular pipelines are actually built. Okay, are you opposed to Airflow for any particular reason? Mainly that that's just another thing. And before adding another thing, I'd like to at least explore this and feel out how do we get this to work, and what are the rough edges of getting modular pipelines to do things we would like them to do. I feel like, any technology is going to have its own Like, you compare two things. Airflow is always going to have something better, and then you get there, and then there's going to be something that's just not quite the same. It has different issues that Kedro's already solved, and I don't know what those are because I haven't dug into it yet. I feel like personally it's something I should dig into anyways. But is it something that I need my team to be using? Not necessarily like I'd like everybody to be familiar with it. That'd be great, but is it something they have to know? I feel like this is so close, but there's just like a couple holes that feel like as I tried to fill them, it feels hacky. Is there anything about namespaces in the catalog docs? No. What else do? Okay, so we get rid of all those. Do kedro hooks. So I want like before pipeline run. I want to get a catalog. Okay, before pipeline run. I want to know all the things that can go into that. Is it in the hook specs? Pipeline specs? Okay. So before pipeline run, I can get a run ID, a project path, environment, version, tags, from nodes, to nodes, node names, from inputs, outputs. Okay. I guess those are run param. Oh, you do get a pipeline in a catalog. Okay. Right now I'm just exploring this. I don't feel that this is right. Hooks. Okay. We're just going to put it in project hooks. Def before pipeline run. We need run params pipeline catalog. How do we know if they're in the namespace? I guess because they have that namespace in the catalog. These are literally my keys. I ask for my keys. These are the keys. Keys view. Heck is a keys view. Okay. What is this type? Guess it's its own thing now. Now we get a dunderdict.keys. Oh, but then that is not what I wanted. Anyways, we have a DP and a DS, so let's do pipeline DS. Pipelines. Okay. And then can I do outputs? I gotta do all. Congrats, Nick. If you're still on here listening, I don't know if you're on here listening, but that's super cool. Okay, so we want to get everything appended with DE dot. And we want to take the rest of that, go to catalog, and make a copy of it. So we get xtest and de.xtest. I don't think there's an issue with them being duplicated. I guess first off, let's again like brute force this thing. Kedro run. Catalog. Dot add. ds.shuttles. Comma. Catalog. Dot datasets. Dot shuttles. Shuttles should go away. And it does. Okay. Review, shuttles to reviews, and shuttles to companies. Okay. I think I can do this programmatically. I can find data sets that have DS, and I can make a clone of them. That is fine. But it requires me to not only implement find kedro in my pipeline registry, but some sort of hook to duplicate my catalogs. I feel like this is better to be an after catalog created, but I don't think you get a catalog specs. I don't think you can see the pipeline from here. Hold on. All right, we'll share this one. This is me as a baby.
No, kid.
As a kid. And then I grow up. And it includes favorite clothes from each kid. Super cool. Hot off the press here. Okay, you do it. Okay, after catalog created gets a catalog conf catalog conf creds feed dict save version load version. Okay. Registration specs. Register config loader. Register catalog. I think the first thing we get that has a catalog and a pipeline is that. Okay. So we can run. Let's double check that we can viz before we shut this down. I think I at least have it working, and I have like laid out what you would have to do. Okay. So now I have namespaces that contain all these data sets that have that namespace in them. Except for ones that go between two pipelines, do not get the namespace. And I can do that by just asking each pipeline for its outputs and then doing some set theory, whatever you call that, to figure out the things that are similar between them. Interesting here, though, that these ds.reviews aren't in here. I don't know why. ds.processCompanies is where it wasn't before. Can I hide it? I thought that, yep, this little, nope. I can only look at this. I don't understand why companies is outside there. What is this button? I don't even know what that button is. Runs list. You don't have any experiments. Huh. Oh, this is the new experiment tracking thing. Is it in the docs yet? Experiment tracking. This is the other thing that we might want to just like peek at and see if it works for us. This is the MLflow competitor thing. Right. I think I explored everything I need to for modular data sets. And we made space flights modular today. Undo that guy. Can you do both? Clicky, clicky. No. If you zoom into one, you only get that one. Everything's in the primary layer now. Don't know if that was a thing before. Okay. All right, I think I'm done let's close it on out. Have a good one, everyone.